Wrigley and Nexi, 20 above. Jackson taking some shots. Bully's getting focused hard on the backside there. Fable Taco's going to hit that pad. Wrigley and Nexi trying to get as much damage as they can as Nico and Polarized on the high ground. 75 builds for Polarized, 84 for Nico. They got a good zone for as well, 260 above. They've only got one use in one singular Spider-Man, so high ground's going to be a good spot here. Rise and Ages, definitely got to be one of the favorites to win this so far. 10 splashes and 2 chili splashes between them. Joji and Rokane also looking very healthy. Joji and Rokane looking really, really good in this lobby. Parody and Slacks on the low ground. See if I can get a little bit of a drone shot, let you guys spot your favorite teams. Try and see if we can find Macwood in a second as well. I'm pretty sure he's still in this one. Mooley Booker's still going. Muzz and Avery still pushing through. Joji goes down. Fatch and Pam still on the front side. Where is Macwood though? Oh, Rise and Ages take high ground. I don't see Macwood. Oh, there's Macwood. Here we go. Macwood and Donnie still going. Never mind. 42 builds for Macwood. Donnie's going to follow in with the Spider-Man. Really good rotates from them so far. About a 50 builds combined. Neverfire and Rituals are building up. They're going a bit high right now. Not going for high ground. They're going to stay on that second high position in a fight against Bank. Polarized going to take down Neverfire. Fable Taco is going to fall as well. Mooley Book is below Surge. Only 3 players have to go down, but that could be enough. Yuz on the other side of the wall. Unfortunately, we've lost Oka, so Yuz now playing solo. Has plenty of peppers, though. 18 teams, 32 players. Cloudy's going to take down Muzz and Avery. So unfortunately, looks like Muzz and Avery are going to be out here game 1. Bank and Unrealiana go for the high ground play and misses the pump shot. That could have been the difference. He goes for the full box, but Bank just missing that shot. Beautiful, beautiful Spider-Man play for high ground, though. Wrigley and Nexi still pushing through on this ultimate low ground position. Peterbot and Quanti just a little bit ahead of them. Zone's going back into Bugle. Very high zone preference for Bugle. Rise and Ages on the high ground. This could win it. So far today, I think we saw every single team who won on EU had high ground on second rotating. So we'll see if the same story plays out here. Macwood takes down Joji, but goes down to 20. Shadow's still getting frags down below as well. Fatch and Pamstu still in this. Nexi and Wrigley pushed up against Bugle Wall. Zone's going across. It's going back up and then back down again. So all these teams low ground are going to have a lot of struggles. I don't know if they can follow the zone around here. Peterbot goes high ground with Quanti. This might be what Ages and Rise didn't want to see. Did Ages and Rise give it up? No, they're fighting for it. Ages and Rise still going to try and make a play for this. But Peterbot and Quanti are going to take this high ground. Only about 40 builds between them. That is the concern. They also don't have any shields. Oh my god, I thought Quanti was going down then. Spray coming out. 10 builds for Quanti, and there's the beam. Ages and Rise kept their eye on it. They didn't give up, but then Peterbot takes down Rise, so both teams have kneecapped each other. And you've got to imagine as solos, they might not be the ones to close this out. Is there a healthy duo down below that could play the steal? Me2 and Shadow, I think one of the only duos right now, but Me2 goes down. It's all up to Shadow as a solo. But at this point, there's 5 teams, 6 players. They're all solos, and that's a knocked body. This is about to be 5 solos trying to clutch up the win for semifinals. There is not a single... Oh, no, he's getting the res himself. They are the duo. Shadow is getting the rotating zone res. That's my bad. I misread that one. So right now, if Shadow leaves Me2, this is it. 4 solos. Shadow, Ages. Ages going for the play against Peterbot. Peterbot on the high ground. One of the players you'd have to pick to win this if he didn't have Shambles loadout. Ages with the drive-by or flyby straight through the box. Takes down Peterbot. We have Ages, Nexi, and Shadow. Who is going to be the first team going through to Grand's right-hand peak? Beautiful shot from Shadow. Has the SMG, has plenty of ammo, has the meds as well. And right now, Ages is pressuring Nexi from above as well. I think this is going to turn into a 1v1. Ages versus Shadow. Ages on the high ground, Shadow on the low ground. 7 builds for Ages. We have 15 for Shadow. So right now, a very even matchup. Zone's going back through 1 minute and 4 seconds till zone closes out. Is this going to go to a heal off? Can Shadow potentially stall for a heal off? He's going to have to farm as many mats as he can. He has 1 Chug Splash and the Med Mist. There's a fresh Med Mist in there. Ages is going to have to play aggressor. Ages has to get in. He's not going to win the heal off, and he has to know it. He's not even on full white health. Shadow just found a fully fresh Med Mist. I believe there was one in here, unless I'm mistaken. But even with the 25, he still wins this heal off. 30 seconds to go. Ages needs to get ahead of this and needs to try to piece control him. There it is. Ages misses the shot on the wall. He's got 0 builds, and Shadow might know it. Shadow pushes out. Ages needs the pump shot, and he misses it. Shadow is going to solo clutch the qualification. Not just the win, an 11 elim win. Shadow 1X and OMG Me2. A very, very underrated game 1 win. I don't think many people would have called that. That was a big game one. 11 elim win. They didn't just camp on high ground until the end. They actually played really well through the mid and low. So right now, top 6 is Macwood, Rise, Fatch, Rokane, RN Star, and then 20. That's your top 6 right now. Glace and Chucky going to take that high ground position. Worth noting, not a single team has won today who had high ground on first rotating. Keep that in mind. High ground has won almost every single game today, EU and now NA East, but it has not been done with the team who had it on first rotating. It's always been the team that takes it late. Pure and Crunchy still going to be going to this one as well. Byler and Knifer. Avery is a solo because Muzz falls. Very unfortunate to see. Takes down Cold, though, in the process. So now Scented and Cold are crippled, as well as Avery and Muzz, 2 of the favorites in this lobby. Avery's got no mobility as well. He's got plenty of builds, got that med miss, but he's got nothing to close the distance and 16 health. All the meds in the world aren't going to mean anything if he doesn't have time to pop them. He's just going to start doing as much hard building as he can. I think he does find his way in, but he has to find time to get all these meds off. Oh, and he doesn't pull zone. He gets no time. He's down to literally 1 health. Avery clutching up, holding on for him and Muzz's dreams right now. I have to imagine it's not going to go too much longer. Day and Clicks, though, doing much better, pushing their way forward. They're playing so aggressive on these rotating zones. Pamstu and Thatch are going front side. Pamstu's down a couple layers from Day. 30 builds on Day. I want to know where Clicks is. They're still together. They are playing very aggressive on rotating zones, but they're doing it together. It's great to see. What's up, Malibuka? How's it going, bro? You believe in Mooly Buka? All right, we got Enkaz as a solo now. Macwood's down in the feed. We got 15 teams, 25 players. Reciprocal and 20 still going. Slacks and Clarity, another duo in here who could take this. Their loadouts, oh, still really good. So Slacks' team's looking good. Users was looking good. Joji, Roke. We got a lot of good duos still going here. Knife is going to fall. 20 looks like he's in a rough spot. The spray's coming out. Don't even know where the shots are coming from. I don't think 20 does either. Dress is going to get another kill. Let's just take a quick look at high ground. Who have we got? It's Day and Clicks on the high ground. Reciprocal drops down. Clicks and Day running up the high ground, but I think they're on high. They got 0 builds, though. 13 for Day, 0 for Clicks. Day takes down 20. Hold up. Clicks and Day might be doing this, and they're doing it playing Fortnite the way they want to. This is not the way most teams in this lobby are playing. They have 7 kills on the board right now. We got 1 team up on high ground. I want to see who this is. It is. It's Crunchy and Pure up above. 11 builds for Crunchy, 16 for Pure. 9 teams, 15 players. I don't know if this will hold. They need a refresh really soon. Threats and users down below on the ulti lower looking far healthier with about 80 builds. Much more meds. Really good ammo. Threats and users could be the ones to take this. We might see one of our first low ground wins of the day. I see Joji down below. I see Okus. Oh, see if Day can find something. Clicks and Day still going aggressive through these mid-ground layers. 7 builds. The pre-ed is coming out as well, I believe. Okus is going to get 2 elims in the feed, taking down Clarity and Slacks as the solo. Big loot refresh to Day and Clicks' left. I don't know if they'll get it. Yuz on the back foot. Yuz is about 50 ping as well, by the way. So Day and Clicks unlucky not to get one of the walls there, but I don't know if they were holding. I don't think they even had a single build between them. 6 teams, 11 players. Joji, Rokane. We got so many big teams still in this. Donnie, unfortunately, is a solo doing so well to clutch up. 84 points, though. Okus goes down. Users and Threats as a duo on the low ground. We got 4 teams, 8 players. That's 4 full duos. Crunchy and Pure on the high ground, hoping their mats hold out, but they're going to need a bit of a refresh. We still have 1 minute and 28 seconds till this closes out. I think Day goes down. Clicks is soon to follow. Excellent, excellent performance from Clicks and Day, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Clicks is tapping his way through. He's got to verse 3 duos right now. Oh, sorry, 2 duos and a solo, and this is the solo, I believe. It was the solo, but Clicks doesn't get the siphon. It's a 2v2. Users and Threats on the low grounds. Crunchy and Pure on the high ground, but Crunchy and Pure running out of builds. Luckily, zone pulls across the building. They're on top of the building now. Users and Threats right now. I think Users and Threats have the advantage. They've got better weapons, better meds. They just don't have the builds. 52 seconds till zones close out. Neither of them can take this to a heal off. They don't have builds. As soon as we get past these brick builds, it's all breaking down. Threats and Users going to spray up, and we're going to see who wins the trade. Here it comes. That's the last part they can claim. Users goes ahead. Here we go. The spray's coming out from Threats, trying to chop him down. Pure and Crunchy have to tank zone to stay outside this one. The shot comes out onto Users. Threats goes up. Threats misses. Pure misses. 20, 10. He's going to go down to Storm, and that's it. Threats is going to run around and clean it up. I don't know if it was the cleanest victory But Threats and Users take this one with a 9 elim victory royale. I would say the first time we've seen a low ground team win today in 8 games, 6 EU, 2 NA East. We've seen a couple teams who drop low at the end, retake height, but that's the first time we've just straight up seen a low ground team win. All right, so we have Macwood, Rocane, Crunchy, Yuz, 20, Clarity, and then Day. In one of their 2 pads they have left. Center still has another spare one. Going to get into front side. Thought they were going to go for an elevated layer, but they're choosing to drop down a little bit. Nice. Center and Cold together. They catch them. They're going to try and hold the builds. Beautiful play from Center to turn around and hold the builds for Cold. But unfortunately, even despite being a full metal box, turning around and holding, they're still going to go down to Cinnaroonie. Remember, Cinnaroonie had the loadout before. I said they need a big refresh. Unfortunately, it's on to Center and Cold. I don't really know if Center did anything wrong there. He wanted to land on that elevated layer, but unfortunately, he couldn't. So he put him on a low ground, and they just still got psychoed through. Cole's going to go front side as a solo. Nikon Polarized still going. Nownsy still in this. RN Star and Cinnaroonie after that refresh are looking so good with the 7 chili chug splashes and the extra pad they just gained off Centered. That could be the refresh they need to take this through to a dub. Going off the top 6. We also still have Day and Clicks as a full duo, healthy and up. 5 elims for them. 108 builds for Day. 94 for Clicks, leading the rotates. Good rotates from Clicks right now, conserving their mats. Only full tapping when they need it. They're looking for high ground. They're on front side. Pepper's popped. Clicks is going up. Byler and Knife for a week too. This could be it. This could be the play Clicks and Day needs. He blocks it off with the armored wall, but someone else lands on it. Unfortunately, all the conditioning and all the hard work goes to someone else as Day gets beamed. Day goes down. Now Clicks has got to do it as a solo. So unfortunate. I could see that play. The Pepper to front side. The go back. Condition high ground. It was almost there. But unfortunately, someone else padding onto the high ground they were developing is what's going to cost them. Day's going to go down, and Clicks has got to play this one solo. 18 teams, 28 players. Peterbot's still in this one solo. Nexi and Wrigley down below is a full duo. Rhythm and Milk. Nick FN and Beef trying to make their way to front side if they can. Macwood and Donnie still going. Like we said, we maybe cursed this team. We predicted them to win 2 times, didn't win. We don't do the prediction. Maybe they do win. Pledge goes down. Teo's a solo. I still want to get sights on RN Star's team. They got such good loot off Centered. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay. RN Star and Cinnaroonie on the high ground. Potentially that refresh on Centered was the grand final refresh they needed. Riv Natra goes down. They got 27 builds on Cinnaroonie. They've got 11 on RN Star. They got 6 chili chug splashes. Plenty of ammo. This could be it. This would be 2 very underrated teams making it through into grands that not a lot of people expected. Rhythm goes up and makes a play for it. Cinnaroonie going to put down some damage. See if they can hold this. They don't have a lot of builds, though. This will be the first time we see a team here on NA East win from the high ground. So far, it's been a story of low ground. Rhythm goes up. Big shot from Cinnaroonie. Well played. Chops him out. Even more damage. Rhythm is looking incredibly weak. Cinnaroonie going to go for the jump shot. He does over the ramp. That could be the mat refresh they need, and it is. Cinnaroonie and RN Star hold that one, taking very, very little damage. So 7 builds for RN, 22 for Cinnaroonie. There's 5 teams, 7 players. So they are one of the only duos left in this. There's one other duo down below. I believe it's Nosson and Flo. Cinnaroonie and RN Star have every advantage right now on this high ground. The armored wall is being used beautifully. Can Flo and Nosson dethrone them? Who's the solo? There is one solo left. This is Teo on 67 points. But right now, I think everything's going up. RN Star and Cinnaroonie. So far, none of our favorites are here in the final 3. We're going to see at least another underdog team going into the grands. Teo on 136 effective health. He's going to get a nice little refresh there, but I don't think it'll be enough to verse either of these duos as a solo. I could be mistaken, but RN Star, he's taking the tick for the med kit. 128 seconds. RN Star sitting up for the med kit heal off with the med mist. That could be the difference. Nosson and Flo are setting up on low ground, but they don't have anything for a heal off. I'd be going for the med kit, Nosson. The mats and the med kit to your left, but I don't know if he's seen the med kit. He gets the mat refresh. They're still pushing through. Shots coming out. RN Star and Cinnaroonie still putting down that damage. Cinnaroonie on the high ground with the 4 chili chug splashes. Someone comes up. It was Teo. Now it's a 2v2. Nosson's weak. Flo's not looking too incredible himself. They're running out of builds. 13 builds left for Flo. Nosson has 0 of them. If this goes to a heal off, they don't win it. If it goes to a fight, I don't know if they win it. It's going to come down to a big pump shot, but Nosson has no shotgun, no SMG. Flo has the heavy shotgun. Unless that heavy shotgun hits hard, they don't win this. Cinnamon and RN Star are setting up for the med kit. The med kit, triple chili chug splash and med mist. This is the reboot round classic we're used to seeing, but still 30 seconds until this one closes out. I think RN Star has this in the bag, unless Nosson and Flo make a big play. Oh, there we go. Taking the tick. We're back up to 90. Zone does move slower now, so these teams have to be sure. He might play the med kit really early. He doesn't need to rush it. Yeah, he's going to play it really early, and I do respect this because they have more than enough heal off to win this. There's no reason to risk it. Nosson and Flo playing the heal off low ground despite having only 60 health and 40. I don't know about this one. I think they just thought it was going to be too hard to spray up, but unfortunately, the pressure gets to him, and RN Star and Cinnaruni just get the very, very free high ground win. Okay, so far here in the NAE semifinals, we've had Shadow, Me Too, Users, Threats, and then RN Star and Cinnaruni win it. Those are our 3 teams automatically in grand finals. The next 6 players on the leaderboard who will also go through to grands if they hold their top 6 are Macwood, Crunchy, Day, Rokane, Nico, and Pledge. It's our top 6 right now. All right, Ages and Rise. Second time they've made an end game. Cat mats, pads, chili chugs, chilies, minis, splashes. 277 above. This has got to be the game for Rise and Ages to close this one out. Nice. Going front side. 245 above. Convicted and Boxer also making this rotate as well. Rise and Ages is going to double dip the pad. Nice. Save even more material. Zone's going to pull up the plateau, so teams like Rise and Ages with the extra material are going to have a big advantage right now. This will clear out the lobby very quickly if this goes completely on top of this. I think there's a little bit of free space on low ground down here. It is. But if this zone now goes northeast, expect this lobby to die out very, very quickly. There's Day and Clicks. Clicks leading the rotate around the outside. He's going to get them up vertical. 132 below Surge, though. This could be an issue for Clicks and Day. 6 players have to go down. They've got big posts. They've got splashes. They're more than fine. They've also got 3 armored walls. They've got to find that damage. Does Day get any of that? They do. 81 below. Still. Only 4 players have to go down. They might try and heal this. They might not try to jump in. Out-healing Surge on rotating zones is a lot safer than on half-half. It's a lot more likely people die here on rotating. The zone did pull south, which is unfortunate for Clicks and Day. If it pulled northeast up this plateau, these players would be dying out a lot quicker. Joji and Rokane, I think a team definitely a shoe-in to qualify off consistency today with one more good game 5. Clicks and Day on 102. This means a lot for Clicks and Day. Even without the win, they might be getting through on just consistency. Clicks is going to drop down. 30 builds. Day's on low ground as well. Shots coming out. He's going to make it to front side. The armored wall's coming out. Clicks and Day on 104 points are looking very good for top 6. 17 teams, 28 players. Nets and Sparky again on the front side. Another underrated team. And honestly, I've been hyping up the big names, but so far, NA East has gone the ways of the underdogs. Ages and Rise. I'm going to see who's on that high ground position, though. It could be Ages and Rise with that God loadout. It is Ages and Rise with that God loadout. 56 builds for Rise. 36 for Ages with another kill. Things are looking very, very good for Ages and Rise here to potentially take this one. Polarizer Nico playing that second height. Knife is down below as well. Byler getting beamed up. Things are looking fantastic for Rise. They made one endgame today and came second. Don't want to do that twice. That is an absolute killer for the mental in what is essentially reboot rounds. Day takes down Knife, but that's even more points for them in the top 6. Avery and Muzz are going to fall. Sadly, 9 teams, 14 players. Where's their NRG duo? There they are. 5 elims. 22 builds for Day is going to go up. Ooh. Jumps in the box, gets a big shot onto Rise. I feel like that should have hit harder. Rise is going to fall. This is very unfortunate for Day. I mean, very unfortunate for Ages and Rise. Very, very fortunate for Clicks and Day. But unfortunately, they don't have the high ground. Clicks has 2 builds. Day has 6. Never mind. I think they pulled the trigger on height a little bit too early. Ages went up and held it. Unfortunately, they both just crippled each other. 2 healthy duos, both with a chance to win this, and they've just taken each other out of the game. Clicks has no builds, makes the play on Ages, goes down. Ages and Rise are not going to be happy with Clicks and Day after this one. They've both thrown each other's games, but we have seen a solo win today, and right now, there are 6 teams, 8 players, 5 teams, 7 players. There are not too many duos in this lobby. Day could still do this as a solo, clutching up the tourney, his first tournament under NRG. 4 teams now. Nets and Sparky with the high ground, though. Never mind. I don't think today is going to be Day's day. We have last place Curse down below, and Day is looking very weak. Jackson in this one as well. Noisy and Curse. I have a feeling High Ground's going to win this one. Nets and Sparky, another underdog team looking to take this one home. Noisy's looking very weak. Jackson's going to get that one. He's going to take him down. He takes down Noisy. It's 2 solos versus a healthy duo on High Ground. And they're fighting each other in Storm. That is it. That's all she wrote. Nets and Sparky. There's just no way they don't win it. 6 elim win for yet again another underdog. That's 3 teams out of 4 that I would consider heavy underdogs coming into this one. So, we have Shadow and Me Too. All right, we have Shadow and Me Too in first after getting the qualification. So, 4 teams that have auto-qualified already. Shadow and Me Too, Users and Threats, RN Star, Cinnaroonie, and then Nets and Sparky. They're already through. 1 game to go. Top 6 will also be going through. So, right now, that is Day and Clicks, who are guaranteed qualified now. Doesn't matter if they win or not. They are in. Macwood and Donnie are also through, I imagine. And then Crunchy, Pure, Rokane, Joji, Nico Polarized, and Rise Ages are in that top 6 position. 2 more games? No, 1 more game, bro. 1 more game. Tabney's going front side. We got Yuz. We got Mooly Booker in this one too. But Avery and Muzz, are they going to try and Spider-Man and retake High Ground front side? That's the question. All right, we're going to hit the launch pad. 94 builds for Avery. 50 builds for Muzz. 3 elims so far. 436 above. They're looking good on the surge as well. They are going to land on High Ground front side, but it's Scented and Cold that are just beneath them. They got to be careful. Avery boxing up not to go for High Ground. He's not ramping up. He's just building a 2x1 for Muzz and Avery to both go in. So they're not making the play for High Ground. I think they've identified the same thing, that it's going to be Psychos. And it's Al and Cracked, and I'm sure that Muzz handled that one very, very calmly. I'm sure he's not at all tilted by how that one just went down. Of course, if you're getting double psychoed in on the backside of High Ground, it's going to be Al and Cracked. Oh, he's just straight in. All right, Sparebo and K-Burbs trying to make their way in. I mean, hey, it's just how you play Chapter 3, I guess. We've just watched it happen to Okus. It's just how we're playing Chapter 3. Sparebo and K-Burbs are just jumping straight in. The exact same thing. 22 teams, 37 players. Alan Cracked on the front side now. Unfortunately, I don't think that means Muzz and Avery are going to go through. Clicks and Day still up, playing phenomenally. They're definitely through. Wait a second, though. We've lost 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and now Ages and Rise in 5th. Ages with a chance to clutch up now. For him and Rise, they came 2nd place once today. This is going to be their 3rd game off spawn. All the top teams are down right now. Top 6 and no beef. Takes down Ages. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are all down. Pledge and Teo right now on 93 are our 2nd highest point team alive. Clicks and Day already through in 1st, have gone through. So right now, can Pledge and Teo hold on? Can they push forward on their points? If they clutch up just a little bit more, they could secure a top 6. I don't know who's on High Ground right now. Teo's going down. We have Mooly Booker up here as well. Qua and Magnolia still going too. Peterbot as a solo. 16 teams, 28 players. Peterbot, you got to imagine the dream's dead at this point unless he does something heroic. Scented and Cold, got to be one of our favorites so far. Spider-Man, Minis, they might get a top 6. Wait a second. Scented and Cold on 91, 96. Oh my God, we're going to get 166 tagged down. Onto Paper, we jump in, we take down Paper and Nosh. This is going to push us into triple digits. Cold and Scented might have this despite not getting the Victory Royale. I mean, they might be able to do it. Smite and Larson on 58 are out of this one. Slacks and Clarity. But Scented and Cold have a chance here. Sparebo and K-Burbs on the High Ground. They're playing for the win because I don't think from 77 points, even with the win, could they clutch a top 6. But at this point, I just don't know. So many teams have gone down. This top 6 is going to be almost impossible to call. Magnolia and Quire in the mid ground. Peterbot still going as a solo, looking so good. 28 builds, but I mean, he is a solo trying to push for a win because 89 shouldn't be enough. Scented goes down. It's just Cold. So right now we got Peterbot and Cold, 2 solos with a lot of pressure on them to clutch this one up. 9 teams, 15 players. Tabney and Death still in this one in the mid ground. Smite's going to be on the low ground with Larson. Remember, a win still clutches you. So even if they're on 20 points, if they're a duo, they have a chance to win this. Peterbot's still playing on the backside. Cold's got 28 builds, though. 101 points. Is this enough? It's all wood builds, though, unfortunately. Larson goes down. Peterbot takes down Neverfi. Smite's going to go down as well. I mean, sorry, Smite's a solo. Larson's out of this one. Peterbot on 10 builds. I mean, as we get down, there's only 11 players in this. 7 teams. Peterbot and Cold as solos could do this. Smites around the corner. Peterbot's going to have to play the storm with the med miss, doing the best he can right now. 6 teams, 9 players. The further this goes on, we could see the solo clutch. Cold on 107. This might be enough to clutch up. Peterbot getting beaten, goes down to 44, hits K-Burbs straight through the tree. K-Burbs not going to be happy about that one. Takes down Spambo. Peterbot on the high ground. The 1v2. 4 teams. 6 players right now. Peterbot getting his split teams after round 1. He left it to him and Quanti with a single round to clutch up the qualification. Here they are in the first round of semifinals, potentially clutching up. Cole getting beamed. Peterbot drops down, takes down Tabney. That's the other duo. It's a 1v1. It's Death versus Peterbot. If Peterbot wins, they go through. Peterbot wins the solo clutch from like 30 teams alive, I think, or at least 20. Peterbot just won solo from the entire rotating zones. I mean, he would have had enough points even without the win. I think he was top 6. Bro, my voice. All right, top 5. The teams who won are Shadow and Me Too, Users and Threats, RN Star Cinnaroonie, Quanti and Peterbot, Nets and Sparky. They are through. That's your top 5. The top 6 after that, though, is Day and Clicks, Macwood and Donny, Crunchy and Pure, Nico Polarized, Cold and Scented, and Death and Tabney. We just missed out on Rokane and Joji by a single point. But what a clutch by Quanti and Peterbot. I mean, I should say Peterbot there.